I dare you under every single circumstance, keep dreaming, keep looking at your dream, keep focusing on your dream, keep going after the dream.
What is going on, YouTube? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day, living the dream, pushing their wishes and doing the best and the maximum of what they can with what they have. So today I was planning on making a video for you guys. Been a while. I tried to pop up and make more videos, but it is what it is. Shout out to my friend Mickey. It is what it is. So anyway, I have a special thinking today. So I make a video about wires. My most views videos are been about my wire stripping. It's pretty much did my name on YouTube. It's pretty much because of her or them, because I have another one close by. There, no. That been my name on YouTube. So almost half a. Anyway, plenty of views, 100,000 views and more on that machine. So anyway, that I have a little bin right now. So this is wires. I was planning on make it like as very separated the profit, the percentage of gain that I've been doing on that wire stripper. I know that it's not gonna be like huge amount for some of you guys that watching that pay having a good salary, but it's my mainly income, and it's pretty much the reason I have that spot, and that spot for cleaning on my couch while I watch other YouTube channels or Netflix or whatnot. So anyway, if you're starting scrapping, first and foremost, wires is pretty much the candies on top. So I clips all my wires. I sell wires as is. The cheapest one, the small like regular wires, appliance or regular plugs, small ones. I just snip them. Sure, I know for a fact that just stripping them won't worth a lot because there's not enough copper inside of them. The smallest gauge I will strip is for ovens and dryers. Here in Canada, Quebec actually, we have electricity, so we don't use propane for our cooking and drying appliance. So those are the smallest ones that I actually strip for now. I used to strip more like Romex cables and BX, with the aluminum gain on them. I used to do every kinds just to make more, but I pretty much calculated that it doesn't worth it at all. So there's a way, as is. If you find a bin like that, or if you hoard a bin like that, there's value as is like that. You can sell a scrapyard by copper wire or insulated copper wire. It's pretty much it. Sharp eyes will see that there is already strip copper there, couples of pieces there, here too. So if you bring this to the yard, they won't waste time with you guys, and they won't waste time explaining to you guys either. Maybe they will take that piece off because it's pretty much easy to see it and not covered. But if it's covered and no one sees it and you don't have a sharp eyes, let's imagine you're just the first time scrapper, right? So you have a bin like that. What can you do with a bin like that? All right. So scrapyard will buy them as is for copper number 2. As soon as they see plugs or even multiple brained wire like that, you see that there's 3, even 4 branches, 4 wires inside of them. So this will be called copper number 2 for the whole bin, just because there's one on top. So they will buy it like that. Let's imagine that you bring that to the yard. So this, as is right now at today's market, it's gonna be 65 cents per pound. In 7 years, personally, that I've been scrapping, I saw the maximum for copper wire number 2 was before China crisis, was scrapyard. I had a special scrapyard. The best price that I found it was 95 cents per pound. It's not anymore. Right now it's 65 cents at today's market, the best price I get. But let's just say copper wire number 2 could be between 65 and 95 cents Canadian per pound. So bring that to the yard, they will weight your bucket and weight it back empty. Right now I will be stuck, but let's just say I will put the link for the empty bucket right now. 2 kilos, sorry, 4.7 pounds. All right, so 5 pounds for empty bucket. That said, let's weight that beat. Let's weight that one. So like I said earlier, if you bring that to the yard, they won't waste time separate it for you. You need to know what you do. So you bring wires, they will buy it as wires number 2. This bucket has 37.13, almost 38 pounds. Let's say 37 pounds, all right? 37 pounds. And for folks in United Kingdom, 17.15 kilograms. So do the maths. Take off the bucket times 65 and 95. So this bucket will be between and this. So after that, what can you do with that? So I see easily this is not clean. It's been greenish. It's not even no more copper color, except if you cut it, it's like brown. But this will be called number 2 as is. So this right now, boom, already it's not called copper wire, it's been called copper. So let's just separate the basics of that bin and I'll come back, right? So just but like that, separating, taking off the plugs and the multiple braid wires, the copper, and just like that, that bin passed from 65 to 95 cents per pound to 95 to $1.25 per pound, because that wire is called copper wire number 1 because it's only one braid. It means it's not double wires, and it's how can I say that clearly? But it's only copper inside of that. So there's one shield and pure copper inside of that. So that bin passed from, like I said, from 65 to 95 cents per pound to 95 to $1.25 per pound. Now that I take off the copper and the copper number 2, 28 pounds of number 1 plus 28 or 6 pounds of number 2. But personally, not done with those one. Come back to them, but still copper number 2. So 6 pounds I said, and copper. So tear 0 0, buckets empty. Like I said, copper number 2. Yes, I'm making a mess right now at my place. Looks a little disgusting. Usually I'm cleaner and just, anyway, I'm trying to make a video right now. So 3.5 pounds. I think it's 1.4, 1.5 kilo of copper number 2. So already a win. So you can clean that with ketchup, tomato sauce, or even Coca-Cola would do the job probably, because it's tinted, it's just rusted a bit. If you brush it, you could probably get better price, but I'm not wasting money on time on that one. Too much effort. I'm gonna sell it as is, copper number 2, but it's already a win just by spotting my wires separated from it. Copper number 2. If you don't have a wire stripper, I used to strip all those by blades with an X-Acto, a sharp blade. Just be careful to not cut yourself. I'm talking by expertise. I cut myself oftenly, so the reason why I bought a wire stripper to be more efficient, faster and safer as well. So so those are number 1 wires. So this is already a good price. Just by separating your wires, this you already gained a lot. So copper number 1, good gauge wires. You can maybe get a bit better if you negotiate with your yard. If you bring that quality stuff, they're open to talk. Maybe take a bit more weight, but anyway. So let's just work a bit more on those to increase the value a bit. So cutting the plugs, have 1.7 pounds, almost 1 kilo, 1.7 pounds of plugs. Now for plugs. Personally, I know those are kind of the highest grade brass that you could get in America. I mean, I know that in Europe, even your regular plugs really have some thick gauge copper brass plugs. But anyway, those are pretty much the biggest, and I don't deal with them anymore because it's really thin. So brass has a really high value as well as copper. So if you pull those plugs off, they're pretty much an hassle actually. You need a good vise, a hammer, and a good vise grip to pull those off, and I don't really enjoy doing this. And I pretty much calculated that just as is, those, my yard, lucky as I am, buy them as copper wire number 2. So at 65, between 65 and 95 cents per pound, I have 2 pounds, almost 2 pounds and 4. So let's say half a pound per plugs. So there's 50 cents just there, between 50 and 30 cents just there per plug. So still worth something, but I don't pull those plugs off. I'm pretty sure I'm losing money. Those are pretty much worthless, weightless I mean. So there's not even a pound there of brass, I'm sure about that. So brass is between $1.20 and best price I saw was close to $2. So there's a big wage of prices with brass, but as is, I took off at 1.5 pounds, 1.7 pounds that will stay in my copper wire number 2 bucket. Still not worthless. I'm keeping them. Put them up with my other mix wire junk. So those, probably you could find a yard that would buy them as like that with no plugs, for sure with no plugs, but probably you could find a yard that would buy those as copper number 1. Since it's high grade copper, high content copper, you probably could get a number 1. So let's imagine that. Let's round it well and show the weight. Just give me a second. So as expected, 4 pounds. That switch from number 1 to number 2, but still You have to check your yards, because my yards around here where they pay the best, they won't pay me number one for that. Even though it's high grade, I will have to negotiate. As is, it will be number two. But I'm not done with those one, and I'm not done with that one. But I'm done with that, and I'm done with the plugs. Next step. So I'm gonna strip all those. Not gonna calculate the time because I'm really taking it easy on my couch watching Netflix. It's pretty much relaxing day. Petting my cutest dog in the world. I don't know. Hey! Hey! Get your feet! Get your feet! But this is copper number two, copper number one. Let's increase those and dig for Bear Bright. So Bear Bright is high grade copper. This is the not the lowest, because you could have like this is copper as well, but this is so much disgusting, and with the corking on it and all, I'm gonna, even if I take that bag off, it's gonna still stay copper number three because there's too much weight on it for being just copper. So it's copper number two, copper wire number one, copper wire number two, 4 pounds, 24 pounds. Already took 3 pounds of copper wire, of copper number two. So let's strip those and wait the result. So done with the 4 appliance wires. So it's pretty much done. This is Bear Bright, nice, clean and sharp. Some yard would say that it's number two since the size of the hair is maybe smaller than they want. My yard won't complain. Just remember, it's depending on. Make your research, ask for your yard what's available for you, what they are able to give you. So this is Bear Bright. Pretty much for me, it's the best quality the copper you could get. This is close to gold. I call that red gold because this go around and there's a big wage of market with copper. This goes around, let's say the worst I saw was maybe $2.20 per pound, and the best I saw was $3.60. So there's like a wage of $1.40 maximum. I never saw it worse than that of price per pound. So right now I think it's $2.49. Let's just say an average of $3. Copper Bear Bright, it's an average. It's a bit less right now on the market, but it can be higher than 3, a bit lower than 3. When I sell mine higher than 3, last time I sold copper Bear Bright, it was at $3.22. I was really happy, so I hoard my copper and wait till the market is my satisfaction actually, and I sell it. So it's like playing with stock market with copper. So 0.0 2.5 pounds of copper that I took off of 4 pounds of insulated. So this is all empty. I stripped it. So empty strip. This is categorized as personally as my wish cycle, because actually this is plastic. It's not rubber. It's an alliage of plastic. But I throwed it in a recycle bin, so hopefully it's recyclable. But if not, maybe tell in comments if I do wrong. But it's in my wish cycle bin. So not even a pound and a half of waste. 2.5 pounds of copper, so it's more than 50% in those per average of copper. So there's kind of a good wage of profit. So I'm gonna try to list it down below. So let's go to my industrial wires. This should be easy to strip. One braid, high grade cavity, so done deal. 2.5 pounds. I'm gonna put it and mix it with the others, but remember, came from 4 pounds, 6 pounds with the plugs on of number 2. Switch it to 4 pounds of number 1 plus the plugs. That's still worth something. To 2.5 pounds of Bear Bright, and this is waste. 1.5 pounds of waste. So let's continue my day. On to those one. Yoo-hoo! Dream is real. Having fun right now. Be careful with those. This could pick your butt. Yep. Alright, so done deal. That's the waste. 20 gains, a bit heavier than I expected, so there's less percentage than anyway. We'll check the maths, but yeah, the gains, the waste actually, the wish cycle, and the beautiful Bear Bright copper. All stripped. This is clean. I was surprised a bit to have some number 2 inside of that pile. I usually wouldn't have stripped them, maybe those big ones, but those small ones, I just messed that up, but just to not mess with the calcul. So 14.7 pounds of Bear Bright. So I had 10 pounds actually. This was 24 pounds if I remember well of waste, becoming a Bear Bright plus that 4 pounds, 2 pounds. Yeah, I remember that. 2 pounds, 0.5. So total of 16.12. 7.6 kilo plus number 2, 19.4 pounds, 8.75, and the other, I think was 4 pounds, but already weighted of number 2. So done deal. Hope you like that video. So it's pretty much I wanted to make that experience. You decide if it's worth it or not to strip the wires. It depends on the seriously. Usually I wait till I have more than couples of hours of work to be worth my time, but today was a relaxed day. I wanted to make a video, so the numbers are there, the percentage of profit that I did, separating. Hope I gave that a bit of knowledge to you guys. So hope you liked it. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you didn't, you could push that thumb down, but just please tell me what should I improve in it. If you want to donate for the dream, there's a link in the PayPal. It's all, every bit of help is really welcome, and thanks. So that said, thank you guys. Scrap till you die, tabarnak. Scrap till you die, tabarnak.
Bust open the walls just to get the wiring. Took the hot water tank and leftover appliances, aluminum siding, and had to come back cause the furnace so big it wouldn't fit in the back. Now it's copper by the pound, wired by the inch. Got a check on the first and it's gone by the fifth. Scrap or die, nigga.